Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And I'm back with part 7 of What If Naruto Was Obsessed with Being Perfect? Don't forget to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. I also post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Had One Link's Power over on Anime King 3, guys, so go over there and check out that. And yes, I do indeed have a couple more channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, Anime Prince, Anime Symbol, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. All the links will be down in the description, so go ahead and obliterate that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. So without further ado or wasting more time, how about we jump right into this brand new episode? Let's begin now, guys. So, the last part that we left off, Naruto was standing with the Shinigami mask. It seems like it was, but this mask was different, as he stood in the center of it all. The remaining members were there to stop him, while Lee had took off with Ino to get her to safety. The battle commenced between them all: Guy, Kakashi, Shikamaru, Choji. The first thing Naruto did was take control of Shikamaru through his own shadow possession. The next thing he did was make Neji saw the Byakugan reflection from all points, which affected his mind, forcing him to scramble and fall to his knees. Sakura tried to heal them quickly, but she wasn't fast enough. Guy and Kakashi together were monsters, but Naruto proved to be, well, much more smart. He had every move plotted out, every sequence planned out. He outpaced them, he outplayed them, and he won, as Gaara questioned him before he left. But there wasn't much that Naruto had to give him. Naruto made his way. The team returned. They had brought the Kazekage back. They were seen as heroes. But the one that truly saved him wanted no recognition. He just wanted to continue what he was doing, without interruption. It was Tsunade that was confused, as all of them told her what happened. She was curious, but Kurenai realized all of the pieces that he took, somehow he's find a way to affect the DNA of each of their chakra as well. Perhaps he's merging it into himself. That was the best possibility that they had right now, and it was the most terrifying. Yes, it really was. Ino was upset as she woke up. The fact that he was planning on leaving her, as Naruto told her that she should stop. She couldn't afford to give up her happiness, give up her life because of him. He wouldn't allow that. He was being selfish, and he realized that now. Before he had left, Kakashi had questioned him. Those words affect him more than he thought. She told him that she wasn't just here to save him. She told him that she was here because he knocked her out. Yes, he knocked her out right there and then, leaving her, as he whispered that he loved her as well. He brought her back to the village, where Tsunade questioned him on his appearance. He told her that he was dying. However, she could see it, the lack of urgency. She could see that he had something plotting. Turns out that he pushed himself. A part of him was dying because of how powerful and smart he was. He went overboard, and he had to choose. He couldn't sacrifice his mind, so his body had to go. But he didn't seem concerned. When Ino woke up, she was depressed. She tried not to be, but the fact that he left her, it left her depressed. Her mother, her father, her friends, they were all happy to see her, but she was clearly going through it, as they all tried to help her, but it was seemingly a lot for her. We then find Naruto as he went to visit Jiraiya. Jiraiya was getting close to him, but Naruto told him that it was pointless. A few people have been kidnapped, their memories wiped. Jiraiya had been searching the town, hearing rumors, hearing whispers, people losing their memories, as Naruto came to prove that he was the one that did it. But Jiraiya was confused. Why go after them? They were civilians. What was Naruto gain here? But Naruto told him that he will never find out, and tell him to stop interfering with his business. But Jiraiya believed that he can be saved, and he would not stop until he did save him. But Naruto told him that when it comes to his goal, nothing would stop him. Returning, Haku tried to talk to Naruto, tried to help him, telling him that his time is running out. However, Naruto always did this. He pushed himself. He had no reason to fight Team 7, but he fought Team 7 and the others because he wanted to push his time frame, because it was the only way for him to bring Ino back, as he had to push himself to do certain things, otherwise he would not. But now he just pushed his time up. For the most, he had about 2 months left to live. Haku was the only one here. Neither Zabuza or the others were here because Naruto was close, and he spoke about that several times. He needed Ino back home. He needed her safe. He was just holding her back. Unfortunately though, they came for her. They did not wait long. They came for Ino. She could have fight, she could have alerted, but she did not resist as she was taken because she knew he would come for her. So she allowed herself to be taken. Haku was the one that went to the village, learning of this as he informed Naruto. Naruto lost it, as Ino and so many others have been trying to hold back the part of him that he wanted to release, but these people coming after those that he deemed important, it's time he showed them the error of their ways. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across and please check out for yourselves to begin this new episode. The office was tense at the moment. Report after report. Ino just vanished. Naruto brought her back because he thought it was better off. Her safety, that is. Learning of this, Kurenai felt dread. Ino was the only person in this world that was stopping Naruto from becoming the monster that he truly is. After sitting down with her for long enough, Kurenai could confirm that she had been the only one to stop him, to hold back that darkness that was inside of him, that wanted to go through with his plans without hesitation, without weakness. They were racing against the clock. Tsunade was shouting at many of the Anbus and ninjas. She couldn't just vanish like that. There's no way an enemy could come into this village. Even if she tried to leave on her own, there was nothing, no sign. That means something very dangerous. Someone with every single ounce of information took her. Someone from inside this village. Someone that will know the Anbu movements. Someone that would know the pattern. Someone that would know the levels. How to get in, how to get out. The statement alone. As Tsunade sat there, suddenly, what was this? Night. She was confused. It was a bright day, but all of a sudden there was a shadow. A looming shadow that swallowed Konoha. Well, this part of the office. She felt it, as a window was slightly cracked. A breeze. She heard it. Judging by the expression on Kurenai's face and the other two ninjas in front of her, she could tell that something alarming stood behind her. She gazed through the window. They did not see it, but what they did saw was a shadow. She got up and opened the window as she stepped outside. She jumped, leaped into the roof. Her mind stopped working, her thoughts freezing. Common sense went through the window. As she looked up to see something in the sky, a beast. Only in books. Creative stories, scary stories. They were not supposed to be real. Their wings stretching for so long, looking like a single flap could wipe away hundreds of homes. Its form casting a shadow over the village. It would be better if it was one, not good but better. But there was two of them. Only in legends and books did she read about these creatures. Dragons. One of them, its underbelly white, while the rest was an electric blue, its eyes even sparking. Their wings moving, the clouds themselves distorting away. The other had a golden underbelly, while the rest of it seems like heat itself. A crimson that was so pure, it was like the heavens were bleeding. Snathy stood there, not knowing how they would face such monstrosity. He fell from the top of the raid and landed right in front of her. Her envoys surrounded him and her. However, without saying a word, his eyes simply twitched. The red dragon opened its mouth. Flames condensed in front of it like a tail-beast bomb. It shot across Konoha. The clouds split in the sky seemed to open. A vast mountain in the distance was wiped away. Just like that. The envoys hesitated to move. Snatty held her breath for a second. She looked at him. She tried to play it cool. She tried to calm him down. You know. Yes, I do. And I know who's responsible. This is just insurance for you to stand down. This man has done so much, hurt so many people. I'm sure that a part of you want me to get rid of him, but another part as the leader can't afford me to just walking into the village and killing anyone. But I'm here for Danzo Shimura. He is responsible for her kidnapping. How do you know that? Snelly said, immediately feeling like his words were truthful. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm always a step ahead. If you try to attack or restrain me, my dragons will burn Konoha until there is nothing left. You won't. Even if you do save her, this is her home. What would she think of you then? You and Jiraiya are very similar, said Naruto. In many different ways. One of the key ways is you tend to believe that you can understand what I'm truly going to do at any moment. If I'm going to hesitate, if I'm going to stop myself. But let me tell you something, said Naruto. You have no idea the complexity of my mind, what I'm willing to do, what I'm willing to sacrifice. You know, before I took her, I was gonna hurt her. A wound that would be so grave but not life-threatening, to ensure that she hate me. Maybe burning Konoha would ensure that she will see me as a monster. Naruto said, looking at her. You can gather your forces and prep your people to hunt me down after this. But don't risk your village for one man who has done so much horrible things. Naruto said as he started to walk. I can't let you just walk in here and do as you please. Fine then, I won't give you a choice. Put out the fires, Naruto said. The red dragon released a stream that started a wildfire. The entire forest around Konoha started to burn. Horribly so. The dragons hovered over the village as Naruto vanished. Meanwhile, Danzo Shimura had a bad feeling, but he couldn't know. There was no way. Currently, there was around 83 root ninjas on standby. A few others were out, doing all sorts of things. But the base was large enough to house so much of them. Danzo was alerted immediately. What he didn't expect though was for Naruto to simply appear inside, not where he was, but to get past all of the mechanism, get past all of the traps. Danzo got to his feet, aiming to take this threat out once and for all. He immediately started to undo the mechanics of the seal on his arm. Now, Danzo said a sigh, start to draw multiple beasts to hide in the shadows. Torun and Fu stood close by, while the others went into the rafter and went under the bridge, waiting, preparing. As Naruto finally arrived to their level, gazing towards the vast insides. I must say, a lot more goes on than I thought. You know, as a person of this village, shouldn't you be outside helping? Why have you returned? Danzo said. What is your purpose here? You know why I'm here. Where is she? I know you're smart enough not to just hand her over without having the exact detail or a location handy. After all, you don't trust Orochimaru. Danzo did not show it, but on the inside he was shocked. You're wondering how I know. You people tend to not understand what I mean when I say that I'm always a step ahead. Now, I'm going to ask you once again, where is she? There's two ways that this can play out. Tell me where she is. You will be punished lightly. Or don't, and I'll strip the information from your head, and then I'll kill you in the most painful way possible. Danzo looked at him without even a glimpse of fear. You think I said tell me where she is? The punishment for telling me, I'll seal your chakra away. You will never be able to use ninjutsu again. You will age naturally and die. I will lock your mind into a steady focus. No longer would you be governed over any operation. I will turn you into what you should have been a long time ago. An old retiree. Something you hate the most. Now, if the next words that comes out of your mouth is not the location, the only thing that will happen is death. Danzo opened his mouth, and it wasn't what Naruto wanted. Suddenly, his arm dropped to the ground. Danzo was stunned. A sword then pierced right through his shoulder. He looked behind him. The other root ninjas were surprised. Immediately they descended, but Fu held his hand up, the seal in his palm glowing. A force field blew them all away. Immediately snakes wrapped around Danzo, forcing him down. Naruto stepped through the force field that Fu held up as Torun removed the sword and placed his finger in the wound. Danzo screamed, "What are you doing?" he said. He collapsed down to the ground. He screamed as he felt it going towards the eye, strange purple markings rushing towards his Sharingan. The next moment, blood started to rush from underneath his bandage. Naruto stopped in front of him. Fu, Torun, and Sai all bowed their head respectfully. Naruto then proceeded to crouch down. You know, people don't understand the difference between their planning and mine. I know about you. I've known about you. I've known that you regained contact with Orochimaru for a long time because of your people here. I must say it is my fault that she was taken. I wanted to cut myself from contact with her. However, my people here, yes, my people. For the longest time now, I monitor you, I study you. I always search for the threats around me. When I found out that these two were your closest by, well, a few months of operations, I took them. They were just playing their part for the longest time. They were never yours. And as for your little buddy here, when I was leaving, I saw him, believing that he was hiding away from me. I took him, and I changed him. So as you can see, they've been working for me. Naruto said, raising Danzo's head. Your people was mine from the beginning. Don't worry, the toxin won't kill you. It was specially designed to destroy those Sharingan of yours. You see, unlike a normal Uchiha, you don't have the same enzymes, the same traits that they possess. So I made your body realize that those things inside of you are nothing but, well, corruption. Right now, with the boost of your immune system and that poison, it's destroying it. You will never use those Sharingans ever again. As for the Hoshirama cell, well, that's useless. It will affect your chakra for a long while, so you won't be able to fight. Naruto said, gripping his head. Danzo's eyes went white. As Naruto did what he said, he stripped the information from his mind. So much protections, but they all fail. I warned you, said Naruto, as he started to drag Danzo. He looked up as all the root ninjas waited for him to exit, ready to kill him. Danzo, screaming in pain. Naruto's shadow extended. As they all emerged, a few of them started to change, turning into beasts with masks. You see, these creatures, the summons that Naruto had, they weren't actually people, well, anymore. Zabuza, and those that he took and brought back to life, they were still on his side, but they were working on something else. As for these ones, Naruto found information from the Uzumaki temple. It was an experiment that was crafted by one of the older Uzumakis, something that he gave up on. However, Naruto took the unfinished details of what he was trying to do. Naruto had gathered the chakra from multiple people, using it to bend and create his own spiritual animals. They can take the human form or their animal form, which would quadruple their strength, the raw intensity. There was 12 of them in total, each of them representing one special fragment of the older Uzumaki that he had found during his travels. He even collected the animal's DNA. However, he failed to accomplish what he desired. But it was more than easy to Naruto to replicate it. Each of them had a portion of Tail Beast's power coursing through them. Not just one, but several. One was powerful enough, but together, there was a reason why Sasori was defeated so easily. One of them could eat chakra. It siphoned all the chakra threads, making Sasori puppets useless. And the other one, the cheetah, the speed was superhuman. When Naruto desired to strengthen himself with them, their masses came together as one, allowing him to transcend normal limitations. However, the added benefit of all the bloodlines that he copied from Konoha, they belonged to him, but his body was simply too weak to use it right now. But with the mass he could. Unfortunately though, it was excel in the process. He was dying faster. Meanwhile, outside, they were finally able to get rid of the flames. Tsunade saw as Naruto reappeared. He stepped towards her. Only thing he did was make contact with her eyes. She then saw the shadow that touched hers. She knew exactly where Danzo base was. Don't worry, he will no longer be a threat. She clenched her fists. You know where she is? Yes, I do. I will save her, said Naruto. The dragon swept down as Naruto leaped, landing on its head. It flushed off. Tsunade and a few others descended down. Upon arriving down there, it was a massacre. Bodies on the wall, on the ground, up in the ceiling. It was gruesome, bloody. She found Danzo sitting on his throne. From what she could see, whatever happened to him was truly beyond human definition of pain. In his final moments, she could see it. It became worse as she tried to move him. His body broke into dust. Naruto burned him out from the inside. Something much more wicked, she did not even know the complexity of torture that he put him through. Whatever it is though, it was horrific. And just like that, Naruto has made himself an enemy of Konoha even more. She despised Danzo, yes, but Naruto has walked into this village, killed the elder, set Konoha on fire, and walked out. It was not something they could simply allow to happen like that. She sighed. She didn't want it to come to this, but things were just moving so quickly. Time skip. Ino sat. She sat in the cell that she was put in. The walls were padded. She could see the seal's markings. She knew though that he would come. She didn't put up a fight when they tried to take her because she knew he would come for her. All this time, she's been by his side. She was trying to help, but she was trying to sort out her own feelings. She knew from a long time ago, but she told herself that they were just friends. But she didn't feel that friendship. She felt more than that a long time ago. But she had refused. She kept her feelings hidden. But then, he brought her back. As she was going to tell him he brought her back, she felt hollow, like something was missing. Even after seeing her parents again, even after seeing her friends, the sensation just wouldn't go away. She had to do something for him to come. She had to do something for him to come and find her. She knew that he would come. It doesn't matter how bad it seems, he would come and save her. She knew that as she sat there waiting. Meanwhile, Orochimaru was looking through the monitors. The girl was barely reacting. She was barely doing anything. This base housed not only her but Sasuke as well. Sasuke had no idea what was going on though. None of it really matters though. She is the weakness that they will use to control Naruto Uzumaki. The Sannin hadn't forgot. He hadn't forgot what happened. He wouldn't. That boy is something that would change everything. And Orochimaru was not going to let anything affect the world until he get what he desired. And that boy was the key to his secrets. His mind is strange, connection and control over everything. Orochimaru still remember first meeting him, being outplayed like it was nothing. Stopping the Edo Tensei like it was nothing. He wanted that knowledge, he wanted that power. He wanted all the secrets that that boy possessed. Konoha has spent a lot of time searching for him, trying to find him, believing that he was this great weapon that they were supposed to fear. But Orochimaru intended on controlling him. He intended on taking him, learning what makes him tick. He wanted power from all over. First Sasuke's body, the remarkable Sharingans, and then more. Domination slowly, then destruction, then recreation. He will become a god amongst men, not bound by anything, life, death. He will transcend them all. While that was going on, reports were going crazy around the elemental nation. Titanic beasts could be seen flying through the skies. Many were believing that they were dreaming. At the land of rain, the beasts scour over their land, having taken the other way around. Perhaps Naruto did it on purpose. Who could tell his mind was so complex? Orochimaru base was into the far east, near the mountain sides. Danzo didn't really trust Orochimaru one bit, not in the slightest. At the land of rain, Tendo, the leader, as his face, his eyes, were the ones that they all saw. The recent report that the two had been destroyed. The problem was, their rings were missing. Yes, Sorcery and Deidara rings were missing, given the fact that their corpses were not found but broken parts of puppets. The Akatsuki was aware that the nine-tailed Jinchuriki had fled Konoha some time ago. As they were getting their information, Sorcery was a big part of that, but now he was gone. They needed more knowledge so that they could get him. He was without a village, without help. They could take him and take the nine tails, but the problem was they had no idea where he was. Jiraiya of the Sannin had been seen moving through many different parts. It was recently that Sorcery people, as they had made sure to capitalize on his spy network, had spoke about Jiraiya meeting with someone that matched the description of the nine-tailed Jinchuriki. Perhaps he was no longer hiding. The next time he shows his face, they will hunt him down and take the tailed beast. It was only a matter of time before things change. So as Tendo gazed up into the heavens, as he saw the apocalyptic beasts flying overhead, something that he never thought he would witness, confusion and a bit of fear gripped him. Konan within the village paused as she gazed up. All the people, they were alarmed, confused. What the hell? They continue on, arriving. As they touched the ground, deep below, Orochimaru felt the base shook. Sharingan eyes opened up. At the tremors, was it an earthquake? However, soon after, there was an explosion. Ino's eyes narrowed. Was this him? She thought to herself. The next moment, several shinobis, they found themselves crystallized in ice, almost like they were a special jewel, but there was no oxygen, as they suffocated and died. Haku walked alongside Naruto, while the others spread through the base. Multiple sound shinobis tried to stop him, but they couldn't get close. Nowhere close. They spread across the base as Naruto went through hand sign as he was surrounded. Fuinjutsu markings swallowed the entire radius. It was around 5,000 square feet, and his markers spread all over the land. They spread across a seal that bound the door that hid Ino away, locating her. Immediately, without even a word from his lips, his people moved. The door was ripped inwards as Ino got to her feet. She saw them, but Naruto wasn't there. They did not say anything as one of them placed a hand on her head, forcing her mind into submission. She fell into his arms. With that, they started to move. However, Naruto wasn't done. He wasn't done just yet as they got Ino out of there. Naruto made his way. As he made his way straight down, Orochimaru was escaping as he was going after Sasuke when suddenly, I found you. Sasuke stepped outside the room that he was in. Orochimaru on the left, Naruto on the right. Orochimaru's right-hand man appeared, intending to attack Naruto from behind until powerful ice shards sent him through the wall. Naruto did not even react or blink as Haku went after him. Sasuke, draw for his weapon, always on his person. Stay out of this, said Naruto. But Sasuke wasn't about to back down. Why are you here, he said. To bring me back. Naruto looked at him oddly. To bring you back? Ah yes, you did run away from Konoha. Sorry, I forgot about you. Naruto said, stepping by Sasuke. You were never my interest. I got what I wanted from you a long time ago. But this man, he's mine. Leave this place and do what you want. I don't really care. Sasuke was angered by Naruto's words. Don't stand there and act like you're better than me, he said. You fled the village first. So you're following my footsteps? What should I say? I'm honored. Go. Sasuke wanted to attack Naruto, but he noticed that something was watching him from the shadows. Something was moving back there. Sasuke, Orochimaru said, just give me a moment and I'll handle this threat. I've wasted enough time here, Sasuke said. I've gotten what I wanted. Did you really think I was just gonna hand my body over to you? Orochimaru spoke, his voice dripping with venom. Don't think you can disobey me, boy. Your body is mine, and nothing shall stop me from getting it. Sasuke laughed. If he doesn't kill you, I will. You think you can kill me? Orochimaru's power flared, causing the walls to crack. But Naruto stood there unimpressed. Sasuke made his way off. Orochimaru hesitated to move, remembering the last time they fought, but that was a long time ago. Changes had been made. Why? What exactly do you desire from me? Everything, Orochimaru said. Your power, your ideology, everything that you know. I see. When I humiliated you, you couldn't stand for it. I bet. You've spent the last couple of years constantly thinking about me. You want to know something? I haven't thought about you since. You, your goals, your desires, they're nothing in the face of what I truly want. You people move around like you own this world, just because you possess a fragment of strength, but you have no idea what strength truly is. But you made a mistake. She's off limit. To everyone. I would bring gods down to their knees if they go after her. And you captured her to lure me in, to eventually bargain with me my own life. But you didn't count on one thing. Something that you failed to see for the longest time now. Oh, and what is that? I'm smarter than you. You're just a naive fool that believes that he can control and own everything. But trust me, you're not even on the spectrum of what I can understand or what I even know. And you've just given up your life by going after her. I've already killed your accomplice. I made sure that Danzo suffered pain that no human should suffer before I buried him. You're next. Orochimaru crossed the distance, his Kusanagi blade already in his hand. Naruto had stopped the battle between him and Hiruzen, spearing the Hokage, and stopping Hiruzen from doing what he desired, as Hiruzen was going to risk his own life to seal Orochimaru. but his power wouldn't have been enough. The Sanin was around, say, 75% of power, due to him having to switch bodies soon. That is when he desired to take Sasuke's. He moved in, his speed going to its max. Unfortunately for him though, Naruto didn't come here to play. Naruto didn't come here to waste time, just to make him suffer. Orochimaru froze, confused as he tried to look down. He saw the shadows on the ground. That's impossible. Oh, you thought these belonged to the wall? Naruto said. The shadows wrapped around him. His power exploded out as he tried to break it. However, Naruto's hand already pressed into his chest. Orochimaru jumped away. He then moved in and appeared behind Naruto, his feet off the ground. That was until his body was thrown, smashing through countless walls before lying in a heap. Tell me something. Tell me how can you be feared for your intelligence? A moment ago, you could not move. And yet after I touched you, you could move. Did you really think that nothing happened? Did you really think I just wanted to put my hand on your slimy skin? It's truly an embarrassment that some would even say that he's as smart as Orochimaru. Because from where I'm standing, you're truly stupid, Naruto said. Beyond that, moronic, idiotic. Naruto said, stepping forward. Come to me. Orochimaru was yanked, forced down on his knees. What did you do? He said. I bound your body, said Naruto. Now you're Orochimaru leaped out of his mouth and drive a blade through Naruto's heart. You are right. You're smart, intelligent. I've realized that you're too much of a danger, too much of a threat. Orochimaru said as he watched. Haku collapsed down to the ground. Without Naruto, he just fell. The dragons vanished away. All of his people. Orochimaru smiled. You're too much of a threat. I was fooling myself in thinking to contain you. But you're too dangerous. So instead I'll just kill you. You've underestimated me, boy. You're smart, you're intelligent, but I am Orochimaru. You may bound my flesh, but I can simply change it. Now, Orochimaru vanished away. Sasuke was trying to leave. Orochimaru overpowered him and forcefully bring him back. Just because he was dead doesn't mean that he couldn't find the secrets of his flesh. Orochimaru dissected Naruto to see and understand everything about him. There wasn't much there though. However, the time was coming. The ritual was set up. The process began. In a matter of weeks, Sasuke tried to fight it, but Orochimaru, mentally, physically stronger than him, he overpowered him. When Orochimaru opened his eyes to the world, he threw his head back and laughed. A victorious, wonderful laugh. How is it, my master? His number 2 question. Perfect, he said as the Sharingan flared to life. His smile was radiant, explosive, pure utter joy. This is all he ever wanted. Oh, Orochimaru, your dream is so simple, so naive, so idiotic. Orochimaru blinked. What? He ran down the hall and arrived to the room where Naruto's severed body parts were located. The jars and glass started to shatter. Orochimaru backed away. That's impossible. They start to stitch themselves back together as his skin, his complexion returned. I told you, you're not smart enough, said Naruto. You're always a step behind. Even now, your pointless dream. So pathetic, said Naruto. if you desire something more than your stupid immortality. But I intend to transcend even that. Focus on this stupid ideology of gaining the Sharingan, perhaps the most weakest of them all. You're limited, you're flawed. You want to learn by having immortality, but that way is stupid, barbaric. Open your eyes. Orochimaru did, as he found himself in a strange location. Shackles binding his arms and legs, so tight he could not move, only his head. Where am I? You know, I must say the Sharingan is a good tool, but limited, as I said. When I took Sasuke DNA, when we were younger, when I was able to replicate fragments of the Sharingan, I was able to make it better, make it more than it is. When I placed my hand on you, I placed you into a genjutsu. Think of it as a standard illusion, but ramped up times 100. It is not something that can be easily broken, even by some of the most powerfulest. Although using it does affects me. You shorten my time to live. Then again, I wanted to test it, but I'm teetering on the edge. All this time, an illusion? Naruto pat him on the face. I told you from the beginning, I'm smarter than you. Always a step ahead. And doesn't matter what you do, you will always be behind. In your little dream, yes, I saw it. You picked me apart piece by piece. I intend to do the same to you. However, much worse. Naruto said with a smile. And for the first time, the Sannin felt genuine true fear as he screamed. Time skip. Ino sat on a bed, waiting for him to come. She spoken to Haku already. He was on his way, it would take him some time. You let yourself be captured. Haku questioned her. She didn't answer though. She waited. She waited. Finally, he stepped inside. There was no words from neither of them. How could you? She paused. She walked up and slapped him. Naruto paused where he was, as blood was leaking from his mouth, showing how fragile he was. Her fist clenched. She wanted to hit him again, but she stopped herself. It's getting worse, isn't it? Yes. You're dying. Yes. After all this time, now you're telling me the truth? Yes. Why? How could you just leave me? After all we've been through. I was going to tell you I love you, she shouted. I know. I don't want your love. She stood back. What? I said I don't want your love. Because if you love me, you will come to hate yourself. Naruto stepped towards her until she was pressed against the wall. Look into my eyes, he said. She looked into his eyes. I'm not a good person. My time is moving faster than I thought. Well, no, it's not. I'm not lying to you anymore. I did all of this. I pushed myself knowing that eventually my time would come so I can force you away. Nothing that has happened hasn't been a part of my plan. The only thing that I can't account for is you. Because I love you too. Her heart fluttered as he said that. But I hate that I do. You want to know why? I can't do what I need to do. I can't kill who I need to kill. Because every time I raise my hand, every time I do something, you always pop into my mind. And I want to get rid of that. I was thinking of leaving you. To make you die, because if you did, I wouldn't have these feelings anymore. But I couldn't. I would risk my life 1,000 times to make sure that you're safe. And that is what I hate. Because She cut him off as she placed her lips on his. He tried to fight it. He tried to resist it. However, this primal strength seemed to take over as he pulled her into his arms, pulling her close. Years of temptation, years of desire, finally exploded. Everything was knocked off the table as he rested her on it. They made out fiercely around the room. Passion, love, condensing, finally exploding out. Neither could resist it. The room was being torn apart. As they put each other in the wall, bracing against each other, they couldn't stop themselves. They went further and further and further and further. Finally, exploding in pure ecstasy. For the both of them, it was a first. And yet it felt so perfect. It felt like nothing else mattered. And this made Naruto sick. For the first time, something actually else claimed his thoughts. Something corrupt his mind. They both lie there. Some strange primal strength had just taken over a moment ago. As he just lie there beside her. She didn't come here expecting that. Not to say that it wasn't on her mind, but still. As he just gazed towards the ceiling. Naruto, she said. He started to cough. Until he turned over as blood started to pour from his mouth. She rushed to his aid. Trying to perform medical ninjutsu, but it wasn't working. Haku! Haku! She screamed out. Haku burst inside. What is it? He saw Naruto on the ground. He ran off quickly. Making his way after just a couple of seconds. He had a large syringe as he plunged it in Naruto's chest. Naruto took a deep breath as his cough stabilized. Haku looked down. How much longer? He said, concern in his tone. Judging by that, Naruto said, picking himself up. Days. Wait, are you saying you only have days to live? Ino said. Her heart stopping for a moment. He said you wouldn't lie to her. Yes. How? She said, how do we prevent this? You always have a plan. You always have something else up your sleeve. How do we stop this? He's not planning on stopping it, Haku said. What does he mean? Naruto turned his back. What does he mean? She shouted. Naruto turned. He means I have to die. What? But guys, and the end episode right here. If you want to see the next part, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification stay posted. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.